Your cat has been talking to you every single day, and you've been answering wrong. Not because you don't care, because nobody ever told you what they were actually saying. And the biggest conversation happening between you and your cat right now isn't happening through sound, it's happening through their eyes. Most owners know cats communicate. What they don't know is how precise that communication is, and how much of it disappears unread every day because humans don't know what to look for. This video is going to change that. We're going over 5 things your cat is telling you with their eyes, signals you've seen hundreds of times and probably misread every single one. Number 1. They lock eyes with you the moment you walk into the room. You come home, you drop your bag, and before you even take your shoes off, your cat is already looking at you from across the room, not moving, not making a sound, just watching. Most owners glance back, say something like, "Hey buddy," and move on. That was a test, and you just skipped it. When a cat holds eye contact with someone the moment they enter a space, behavioral researchers describe it as an attachment check. Your cat isn't being passive, they're actively scanning your energy, your posture, your pace, the tension or ease in how you moved through that door, and running a calculation. Is this person okay right now? Is it safe to approach? Does something feel different today? Think about the last stressful day you came home. Did your cat keep their distance more than usual? Did they watch longer before approaching? That wasn't coincidence. They read you before you had a chance to say a word. And what they do next, approach, wait, or disappear entirely, is their direct response to what they found. Pay attention to which one it is, because it tells you exactly how well your cat understands you. And the next signal is one most owners see every day and completely misinterpret. Number 2. They stare at you and then slowly close their eyes all the way. You already know about slow blinking. Everybody does. What nobody talks about is what your cat is actually risking when they do it. In the animal world, closing your eyes in front of another creature is one of the most dangerous things you can do. Predators don't blink. Prey animals don't blink. Closing your eyes means you've stopped monitoring your environment, and for a split second, you're completely exposed. Your cat knows this at an instinctual level, so when they hold your gaze and then deliberately, slowly close their eyes all the way, they are choosing to go vulnerable in front of you. Not because they forgot the risk, because they've decided you're worth it. A 2020 study from the University of Sussex confirmed that cats use the slow blink as a deliberate social signal with humans, a signal that doesn't appear the same way in feral cat colonies. They developed it for us. It's not something they do with just anyone. Now here's what most people get wrong. They see the slow blink, they feel good about it, and they move on. Maybe they blink back once, maybe they don't. But the research showed something important. Cats who received a slow blink back showed measurably lower stress hormones than cats who got no response. Your answer changes their body chemistry. Think about that. You're sitting on the couch, your cat is 3 feet away, and without either of you making a single sound, a biological exchange just happened. They offered trust, you confirmed it, and their nervous system physically relaxed. Or you looked back at your phone, and they registered a failed attempt. Pay attention to this. If your cat offers a slow blink and never gets one back, they don't escalate, they don't complain, they just quietly stop offering. And that silence is not peace. That is a cat who learned that reaching out to you doesn't work. The next signal is one most owners find unsettling the first time they really notice it. Number 3. They watch you for a long time without blinking, and you can't tell if it's affection or something else. It makes people uneasy, that unbroken stare that goes on a little too long. No slow blink, no half-closed eyes, just locked in, completely still for what feels like minutes. Most owners look away first. Some laugh it off, some genuinely wonder if their cat is about to do something. Here's what's actually happening. Cats in a state of deep emotional attunement with their owner sometimes enter what researchers describe as a focused social gaze, a sustained, non-aggressive stare directed specifically at a bonded individual. It looks intense because it is intense. Your cat has fully directed their attention at you, not at a sound, not at movement, not at prey, at you as a person. It's the cat equivalent of someone sitting across from you and giving you their complete, undivided presence. Now here's the scene most owners recognize immediately. You're working at your desk, you feel something and look up. Your cat is on the bed behind you, completely still, just watching you. You stare back for a second, they don't look away. You go back to work. 5 minutes later, you look again, still there. They weren't waiting for food, the bowl was full. They weren't waiting for play, the toy was on the floor untouched. They were just with you, choosing, out of everything available to them in that house, to spend that time watching you exist. Cats do this with almost nobody. The number of humans a cat extends this kind of attention to across their entire life is remarkably small, because this level of focus requires trust they don't give easily. If your cat does this to you, tell me in the comments. Describe exactly what it looks like. How long do they hold it? Where are they usually sitting when it happens? I want to know, because the next two signals connect directly to this one, and the last one is the most misread of all. Number 4, they make eye contact with you and then immediately look at something else, then back at you. It's fast, easy to miss. Your cat glances at the window, then back at you, glances at the door, then back at you, glances at nothing you can see, then back at you. This is called referential gaze shifting, and it's one of the clearest signs of intentional communication in domestic cats. Your cat is not distracted, they are pointing. They want you to look where they're looking. They have something to show you, or something is bothering them, and this is the tool they have to direct your attention. Studies on cat-human communication found that cats use this gaze-shifting pattern specifically with humans they trust, and that they persist in it, repeating the look and redirect multiple times when the owner doesn't respond. They're not giving up after one try. They're trying to find a way to make you understand. Number 5, they stare at you when you're upset and don't look away no matter how long it takes. You've had a hard day, maybe you're sitting quietly, not saying anything, not doing anything, and your cat comes in, settles nearby, and just watches you, steady, patient, no agenda. That is not your cat being indifferent. That is your cat doing the one thing they know how to do when someone they're bonded to is struggling, staying close and staying present. Behavioral researchers call it social monitoring under emotional stress. Your cat doesn't have words, but they have attention, and they're giving you all of it. So here's what changes starting today. When your cat holds your gaze, hold it back. When they slow blink back. When they redirect their gaze, follow it, even if you don't see anything. When they settle nearby and watch you, don't ignore it. Just acknowledge it. A quiet word, a slow blink, a hand extended without demanding contact. These aren't big gestures. They're small, precise answers to signals your cat has been sending you for years. Your cat sees you more clearly than you probably realize. The only question is whether you're going to start seeing them back. If there's a look your cat gives you that you've never been able to explain, describe it in the comments. I want to hear it. And if you want to keep understanding what your cat has been trying to tell you all along, subscribe. Every video here is another signal you'll never miss again.